Do you think you're better than a goose? Not in a physical fight, because that would be too easy. How about in a contest for who can stand on ice the longest? You might be like, that's unfair. My feet would become ice cubes in no time. But wait, how do geese stand on ice without their feet freezing? Well, it's through a process called countercurrent exchange. Countercurrent exchange is the movement of heat or chemicals between fluids traveling in opposite directions separated by a permeable barrier. Sounds confusing? Don't worry. After watching this video, you'll become a pro at geese. If we zoom into the leg of our goose competitor, we can see that the artery and vein are very close to each other. This close proximity allows for conduction, or the exchange of heat through direct contact. Simplifying this further, we see that the warm oxygen-rich blood pumped towards the feet heats up the cold oxygen-poor blood as it moves back to the heart. But countercurrent exchange isn't just a fancy winter boot, it can also transport substances such as oxygen, which is crucial to how our fish friend, Fred, breathes. Taking a closer look at Fred's gills, we see that blood and water flow in opposite directions, and that water first hits the oxygen-rich section of the vessel. The opposing flow means that at any point along the blood vessel, the water entering the gills has a higher concentration of oxygen than the concentration of oxygen in the blood. This means that oxygen diffuses into the blood vessel and continues to diffuse even as the water's concentration of oxygen decreases. Countercurrent exchange maximizes the amount of oxygen Fred can absorb from the water. To simplify, let's pretend there's a trail of money that has a $100 bill, then 50, 20, 10, and lastly a single dollar. You can only go in one direction, and when the amount of money you have is greater than the value of the next bill, you can't take any more money. Which way would you go? If you walked with the trail, you'd pick up $100, but you'd be unable to take anything else. However, if you walk counter to the trail and pick up the $1 first, you'd be able to take all the money after. To get the richest, you travel opposite the direction of the bills on the trail. For Fred, the trail is water and the money is oxygen. Whether it's helping a fish breathe or a goose win in an ice standing competition, countercurrent exchange assists many different organisms in surviving in their environments. So the next time your friend decides to foolishly challenge a goose, show them this video. It's the geese you could do.